Course Plus. Expressway to elegant career.
In this video, we'll talk about the law of forgiveness, healing mind, body, relationships, personal and professional life. Let's get started by using William's story as an example. William had been working in the bank for many years, hoping that one day he could be the bank manager. However, time and time again, younger men got promoted before he was offered anything. He began to resent everyone around him. He saw them as being favored above him. Things began to change after he took on yoga classes. Not only did yoga bring him health benefits, it taught him valuable life lessons. Since then, he began to see things differently. When someone was promoted, usually he was resentful, but yoga opened up his mind and he began to accept the realities that he had no control over. What William didn't realize was that the reason he wasn't promoted was because of his resentment and the way he treated people around him. He was perpetually unhappy and stressed out because he couldn't accept the fact that it was all his fault. Yoga helped William to face his own demons and learned the importance of forgiveness. He had to forgive himself for the negative attitude he had carried with him all his life. Guess what? As soon as he changed the way he looked at things and broadened the spectrum of his thoughts, he could quite clearly see that the reason he was always passed over for promotion was because of his performance at work. They did not think he would be a great leader. He was being seen as someone with bitterness and anger. Within 2 years of forgiving, he was promoted as a bank manager. And it wasn't pure coincidence. When you see the whole spectrum of difficulties that are caused by jealousy, hate, greed, and negative thought, you also see that it's an obligation to yourself to step beyond negativity towards something more positive. While you might not believe in karma because this is something that's more associated with the Eastern world, you probably know the saying, "What goes around comes around," meaning that if you do something wrong, you'll always get your comeuppance in one way or another. That's where the power of the laws of forgiveness kick in. If you're able to forgive, it empowers you so much that everything seems so positive and you are able to go through life with a whole new viewpoint. We're all human beings. We all make mistakes. We all go through peaks and valleys. Life is never smooth sailing. However, when you learn to use the laws of forgiveness and make them part of the way you live, you will find happiness and the weight of burden will lighten and disappear. Earlier in this video course, I talked about William, and when he was asked about whether he believed in karma, he laughed. One of those laughs that is hard to forget. That comes from the heart. Had I asked the same question many years ago, he would have not have seen karma as being something that was valid. However, since he started taking up yoga and meditation classes, he learned the importance of forgiveness. Yoga and meditation helped him to look beyond his narrow spectrum. He soon learned that all of his earlier failures in life were caused by the way he treats others and also his closed heart. Once he understood the karmic root, he changed his approach to life. He begins to celebrate other people's successes rather than seeing them as a threat to his own. Things changed for the better when he began to change the way he looked at life. When he learned to let go, the karmic root of his life changed. You have the power within you to make that change in your life. Never underestimate the power of forgiveness. The law of forgiveness is all about getting things into the right perspective. If someone calls you names, do you see it as an insult? How about seeing that person as being in need of drawing attention to himself and feeling empathy rather than anger? If someone treads on your toe is quick to recover. However, the injury inside lasts much longer if you can't forgive straight away. People do things. Sometimes the driving power behind those things is their own lives being out of control. When you forgive, you allow them to look at life from a new perspective, and sometimes that's all they need. Show them the bigger picture rather than the small picture that makes you